Hi, I'm Last Jawa. I created the fan-made Star Wars fighting game called Force Combat. And one of the biggest questions I always get about the game is basically how to unlock the locked characters. Now, there isn't any trick or secret to it. It's pretty simple. It just involves beating the game, which is the Path of the Force option, on a certain difficulty with certain characters. And it once you load up the Path of the Force, you'll see these towers and the difficulty setting on the right over there. And the most important thing is if you're on very easy or easy, you cannot unlock any characters. You have to be at least on normal. And some unlocking some characters requires it to be requires your difficulty to be on hard. And at some point later on, some of them will even be required to be on very hard or perhaps even impossible. But I'm just going to go into basically the first unlockable character, which is Starkiller, and the method to unlock him. So basically you load yourself into the Path of the Force on normal difficulty, and you do not have to use any particular tower. So in this case, I would simply use the shortest tower, which is just 5 opponents. And the other thing here is that if you are loaded into this path and you see an opponent in your tower that you don't necessarily want to face on normal difficulty or hard difficulty, you can just back out and come back in, and the Force Combat usually will just randomly select a different roster of fighters for that tower. But we'll just go ahead and load in here, and you'll see on the screen your basic set of fighters that you start with, and then those question marks on the side, on the left and right, represent the characters that are hidden or not unlocked as yet. So the key with this, though, is you have to start with Mara Jade. Mara Jade is the key to start unlocking characters in Force Combat. So we'll start with Mara Jade. And I have not done a video on
why do I feel like I'm gonna regret this?
On her abilities or gameplay, but you will be able to see a lot of that here. Her projectile is sort of a debris throw, where she basically lobs these pieces of metal at her opponents with the Force, and it's really effective. Alright, Grievous is... There we go, there's her grab. And there goes Grievous.
Trust.
Round 2. Fight.
And what the her projectile does is allow you to sort of then rush in and attack with your combos. Oh, alright, that's one of those strings where you just... Let's back off a bit here. There we go. And you can almost juggle your opponent with her projectile, and there goes Grievous. So yeah, she's pretty effective once you learn how to use her.
I speak with the full power of the Sith Empire.
Round one.
Let's jump into a match with Malgus here. See if we can get him juggled. There we go. Oh, I missed the special there. Alright, come on, Malgus. There we go. Get him with the grab. Let's see if we can get him again here. Now the only thing about her projectile move is that it doesn't do a huge amount of damage. There we go. And get him with the grab. And that does it for Malgus. Okay, we've got Luke.
Round one. Fight.
Whoop. Got me. Let's see if we can. Get Luke with the grab there.
Round two. Fight.
And she's not the fastest character, but she does have a good mix of power moves and speed moves. Get Luke juggling there. Alright, come on. And that's the end of Luke.
Look, I came here to make
Moff
a
Gideon
simple
on
In a few moments.
his on the appropriate stage nonetheless.
Fight.
Now you have to watch out for his speed. He is so fast. Like that. Get him with the grab. that's the end of Gideon.
Trust your feelings.
Round 2. Fight.
Back off! Back off! Back off!
Another grab again. See if we can get him to walk into our combos. We can just block that. Oh, not gonna go that easy. Alright. And there's Gideon. Okay, so Palpatine,
Position to negotiate.
as I'm sure some of you know, can be really hard to deal with. But the key is just being really aggressive with him. And in the case of Mara Jade, she does have that projectile which allows you to, for the most part, either keep him pinned in the corner, or if he does manage to get out of the corner, you want to use your uppercuts to then sort of create some distance between you and him. There you go, see? Just like that. And you can start into the projectile again. And keep him off of me there. Use your backdash to keep some distance. Oh, don't want him to do that.
Back off! Back off!
Well, we got time over, but
Trust
still won the match.
Round 2.
We can just do this one more time.
Back off! Back
See,
off!
just have to be really aggressive.
Back off! Back off!
Get him pinned in the corner there. Because if you do let Palpatine out of the corner or close to you, he can wreck you pretty fast. And the only disadvantage of her projectile is that it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So you're gonna have to... Oh, don't want him to get in there. Okay. Just back away. And keep hitting him with the, probably shouldn't have gone in for that, special, but we're gonna run out of time here, probably before the match is over. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah, we got him. Okay. So, we got our congratulations screen here, and we should get... There you go. An unlock of Starkiller. and that is your first unlocked character. So if you go back now, and in either Versus or Path of the Force, you will see that you now have access to Starkiller right there. And then Starkiller can then be used to unlock the next character, the next unlockable character. And I will go into exactly that process in the next video. But thanks for watching, and again, as always, if you haven't done so already, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Last Jawa, and may the Force be with you.